Gentlemen, we're going to have a photo op at the
Okay, guys,
end.
thank you. Please go to the back.
Can we just
Thank
start?
you.
We're running you behind. Thank you.
I love the swag. So that's Tony, Aku, Sagar, Benzi. Qyuki is a really young company with a very bold vision to be the largest digital broadcast network. We work very closely with Universal Music, our partners, towards that goal. But there is a bigger overarching goal to that. And we define that by saying we always would like to do business with soul. And towards that goal and end, I want to narrate a quick story to you about how this all came about. About a year ago, we met Sagar and Aku through Tony and Benzi. And when we sat down and told them about the cool things that we thought we were doing and how we empower creators, they both had a blank expression on their face, and they weren't buying what we were selling. And so we asked them, how can we actually empower you? And the answer we got was, we don't have a place to practice our passion and our talent. Now that had nothing to do with Qyuki's business model per se, but it was very clear that if we actually had to truly empower these young talented artists, we would have to set up a studio or a school in the heart of Dharavi, where kids that you will see today from 5 to 6 years old to their mid-20s could actually come in there, practice, learn, hone their skills. And so we told them we'll set
Gods from Dharavi, and we're going to represent something new to you all, which you'll never see. And this is the place you have never been. Yeah, check it.
Hello, hello.
Check. Check.
Yeah. Big ups to Qyuki and Universal. Haha. So, this is Dopedelics and Slum Gods. Straight, what? Yeah, you can say what you wanna, but I won't stop. I'ma make the damn listen with my real talk. We in the stars that we see from the earth, but we the stars coming straight from the dirty dirt. So tell them I'ma keep rising up. Go tell the people I'm blessed with the luck. I'ma keep rising up. I'ma keep rising up. Get out the palace where I came from. Every day is like a challenge what I came through. Money makes a man, learn that fool. If you can't be a leader, better follow the rule. I try my best, but was still the same. Life begins when you start to feel the pain. Cause I believe who I see in the mirror with one eye of courage and one eye of fear. One step forward, I'm one step near. One green potion and my mind stays clear in the top gear. I'm rising higher, turning up the heat without setting the fire. And now they know who I am. From the east to the west, they know who I am. From the north to the south, they know what I can. Worldwide, universal, Desi man. What? Yeah. This is the dedication. Let's go. Come on. What? You can say what you wanna. Come on, y'all. You can say what you wanna. You can say what you wanna.
I started this 5 years ago. An artist with a dream to blow, regardless of what people told. Stayed hard enough to beat the foes. At first they used to mock me. Egoistic, cocky to improve is what I taught me. Now these cowards never stop me. I ain't really underrated, just creeping up your playlist. And that secret stuck and safe within the deepest of your brain, kid. I'm eating up the patience to the shit is something basic. I'm ether up the place until I leave in my own spaceship. Now I travel galaxies and jump on beats like trampolines. Kill you rappers randomly. Tracklist is just sad to see. I'm berserk in the basement. I don't know how to handle me. They say I'm going crazy. I ain't crazy, just a savage beast.
Guys, we're gonna get a photo op with everybody. Let's next this side. Come on. But fantastic performance. Let's give it up. Awesome. Three cheers for the Dharavi project. Okay, let's get that up. Come on.
CEO of Universal Music Group International. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Max Hall.
Thank you, Devraj. My head is spinning. That was... Woo! That was extraordinary. And as you can see, the power of music is extraordinary. And I've been very lucky on a kind of magical journey for 40 years of traveling all around the world, to every corner of the world, to work with young and talented musicians and to help them on their way. So I couldn't be more happy. I think, you know, like today and being here today is one of the best days of my life. And I'm so thrilled that we can play a part in helping all of you along the incredible path that music is. And some of you are going to have great careers. And some of you are just going to love playing and performing music for the rest of your life. And I'm really happy that we can help in a practical sense to build that. Education in music of all kinds is incredibly important. And we want to encourage you and to support you. So thank you for the performance, and long live the Dharavi project. Thank you very much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have for you Mr. Rahman. Can we have you on stage to say a few words? Woo!
That was really awesome. Ella Pagodu Meraniki, of course.
Translate.
So, about 4 years back, I had a very similar vision. Like I've come to Dharavi and do something special. I'm going to announce it later, but these guys actually beat me. And it's, of course, Qyuki is also part of me, so I'm really proud of Qyuki and what Samir is doing. Thanks, Universal. Thanks, Shekhar
Keep him
Kapur.
back there.
And Shekhar always is a believer in this kind of stuff. Whenever he tells a story, it's always about this. You know, empowering. Empowering is a beautiful thing. And I was also part of the UN Millennium Development Goals as an ambassador, and it's 2015. And it's all about wiping out poverty. And this is the best way. And what a cool way to do that. And my only suggestion is you should also bring in some of our culture into it. Whether it's Tapanguttu or, you know, just show a flavor. So it becomes really, really original. But whatever you guys are doing is so head-turning, as Samir said. And I already have an idea to do a song with you guys.
Whoa!
So God bless the Dharavi project. And I think it's an umbrella where many other things can be underneath. And that's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'd like to call on stage Shekhar Kapur, one of the earliest believers in us in this project. He saw the early videos and he said, chase this dream, it will come true. Thank you for that encouragement, Shekhar. Can we have you on stage, please?
Come on, guys. Come on stage with me. Come. So I thought that I would break into tears when I saw them. It's been a journey that these people have traveled. I remember seeing the video first, and I looked at them, and I said, why don't we just hang our coat on them? Come. Just gone. Yeah. So, the Dharavi project is something that we're thinking of once we make something about it, once, right, thank you. Whoa, right. No, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm just so happy. We're dreaming that the Dharavi project can be replicated not only in Dharavi, but this concept of the Dharavi project can be taken all over India and then all over the world. And once the world believes that this can be done, once the world believes that poverty is not something that people are destined for, once they believe that there are ways to bring people out of poverty and the idea of music and dance to give hope to people, the idea of music and dance to give a new life to people, the idea of the arts coming in and creating a huge new environment and huge new lives. And if we can do it here, then we can do it all over the world. And soon we will be looking for partners in South America, in Africa, and the rest of Asia. And these kids will be going and say, we did it, you can do it. And that's where, and that's our dream for the Dharavi project. But today I just sat there and I tried very hard not to burst into tears. I've been watching these kids and I've been watching the first video, and I kept saying, I remember with Samir, he kept saying, well, what about these people? I said, these people. And then he said, what about these people? I said, these people. Because I suddenly saw in this a new energy that's coming out of the streets. I suddenly saw in this a new energy that comes out of being in Dharavi. And just being in Dharavi, and as I walk around Dharavi, I realize that there's a latent, vicious energy that can be exploited. And I'm saying vicious in a very good way. So congratulations, everybody. I'm so glad. So tell me how you felt.
I don't know what to say. I was rapping so much, but this question is really... I think my mom is sitting over there. I made her proud. She's sitting over there.
Can you stand up,
she's
madam?
trying to
Please?
look there.
Can you please stand up? Yes, I've seen it.
She's been always scolding me, but I think like I made her proud today.
Are you proud of your son today? I speak to her, ask her.
No, she started crying.
Oh. Well, for your mom. Come here, come here, come here.
Super, super. Thank you.
So I think we should just celebrate. What else can I say? I'm just trying to create words. There are no words that describe this kind of celebration. So let's celebrate. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Can we clear? Yeah. Yes. So can we clear the stage for a bit, please? We just do. Thank you. Just.
Max, Shekhar. Yeah, come right here. Sir.
Yeah.
Sit.
Thank you. Do we have that? Can we move now to the Q&A, please? And can I request the media to kindly keep your questions about the Dharavi project? The five of us are here to answer your questions. We'd be happy.
Hi. Hi, this question is for Mr. Rahman. This is Elika from Zoom. I want to know, when you see so much of talent around you, when they perform, of course, they look up to you, and they, with the hope that you might just give, them a break. There's so much of talent around you. How do you actually come down, zero down on whom to give a break and whom not to give a break? What goes on to your mind when people are performing in front of you?
I think normally I see people, but this was really extraordinary. It's also nurtured. They found some magic and then they started nurturing, and this is the result. And imagine after 3 years or 4 years, what could happen. So it is also an identity. Like when this was done, it looked so unique that this could never be replicated by anybody else as a group, what they were doing, the mix of the whole thing.
This question is again for Mr. Rahman. Why have you kept away from Bollywood all this while? Have you taken a long break from Bollywood?
Sorry?
Composing music in Bollywood. You seem to have taken a long break from composing music in Bollywood. Is that intentional, or you're just waiting for the right things to come?
No, I was doing, suddenly my agent in Hollywood got me like 4 movies. So I was doing $1 Million Arm, 100-Foot Journey, and a Pele. And then I was doing an Iranian movie with Majidi. So these were all extraordinary opportunities, and my dream come true to work with these directors. And so I had to sacrifice one of those, I guess.
What about 2015? Do we see you in Bollywood back again?
I'm doing my own movie, so I've been slightly focusing on that.
This question is also for Mr. Rahman. Sir, your movies have been they've made it to the list of probables of the Oscars list, and on the eve of the nominations, what are you going through? What experiences and what are you going through?
I'm just very happy. I almost feel like I won an Oscar here. It is like that. It is.
This question is for Mr. Kapur and Mr. Rahman and the others on the dais. How do you plan to take this Dharavi project throughout the nation? You know, there are many people, there are many talents across India also. So how do you plan to take this across India?
Let me pick that up, and Shekhar, if you can back me up. And so the vision is something that we've set along with Shekhar and Rahman, and we could not have done this and taken it to the next level without the power and the backing of a global music giant. We would be fooling ourselves if we thought we would just pull this off. It's not just about the money, it's about the right kind of investment, the exposure, the opportunities. And so we certainly want to run this like you would run a startup. We don't want to take any incredible jumps. This could have been happening in a 5-star hotel. We have some of the most powerful and best known people in the music and entertainment industry. This is not happening in a 5-star hotel. It's happening in the heart of Dharavi. That will give you some idea about how we're seeing it. So we want to build it step by step and build it in a pure fashion. Once we get the model in Dharavi right, the Dharavi project is an umbrella project. It can spawn multiple sub-projects inside it. There are many groups that you saw performing today. It's not all just one group. So we'll continue to spawn and support these groups as we go along and make sure that we have the model right so that we don't go and make a big mistake. We'd like to do this so that we're really nurturing and empowering talent.
Mr. Rahman, hi. This is Sonia here from CNN IBN. Mr. Rahman, this group today has made us proud, obviously, and you too has made us proud with your Oscar nominations and Oscar awards. Today, just before Oscar nominations, what are your expectations, and like, are we going to see you at the Oscar Awards this year?
I think I answered that already.
Sorry?
I answered I feel so good about this already. So.
And what about Oscars? Are you expecting anything?
No expectations at all. I'm very happy.
My question is for Max. So, okay. What will we already have Priyanka Chopra and Rahman who are already performing for India on the world level. What will take India to the next level on music front on the world level? What will take India? What does it take from India to reach the next level in music?
Well, I think to a certain degree, my friend here, Rahman, has already illustrated how it's possible to be an extremely talented musician and composer in India and explode onto the world stage. And so I sort of think that the two gentlemen on my left are extraordinary inspirations for everybody in this room and everyone in India, where everything is possible if you have talent and you have determination, and then you have practical help, which is what I think the project is doing. And then practical help in that Universal can play a part in that. We operate in 60 countries around the world. We have people all around the world. And so we can play a part in helping bring Indian musicians to the next step. But the main thing is talent and determination and single-mindedness of purpose with a bit of help on the way. Oh, and a little bit of luck is always useful.
Devraj, how do you see indie as I say, indie music taking a forefront? Because the only music which we see in India is Bollywood. You know, in North India. I see
sure. We've actually been massive propagators of the indie scene.
Sure,
pretty much anything that happens, at least in the last 4 years that I've been here, have been predominantly indie. In the recent past, we're seeing a very young generation actually surpass some of the greats that we've been around. You know, YouTubers like Shraddha Sharma and people who both Qyuki and I work with are somehow managing to cross the threshold because of pure talent and luck and technology and things like that. The Dharavi project to me is as indie can be, but with a combination of dynamism and passion and energy and skill that none of us have seen before. I absolutely believe that one of these kids, in fact, our starting point was that. You don't know when the next star will come from. Nobody knows. If anyone says, this kid's going to be great, he's lying to you, right? But what we do need as a label and as a business is to have the right pieces in place. The Dharavi project aims to do that, is to curate and collect pieces of talent that are absolutely unseen and unheard of, but with the one advantage that most people don't have, which is technology, which is where our partnership with Qyuki comes in. I'm absolutely, and I meant what I said earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if the next Yo-Yo Honey Singh 2 years later is born out of this. So for us, we will continue to support this with all our heart. To second what Sam said, we want to get this right. We don't want to create multiple models too quickly. We will do this well with single-minded determination and focus. And then when we know that it's right and it's ready to explode to the world, we'll take this everywhere.
See more ground activities.
Absolutely, absolutely. But see, the point is that ultimately you need music to go to a very, very, very large base. And that is where today mobile internet comes in. And that is something that we are single-mindedly good at. Because if 400 million people or 200 million can see this and know, then everything else falls into place. Then selling the music is not tough. Then mounting an artist is not tough. But the biggest challenge today, and I'm really grateful to my friends in the media who are all here in such large numbers, is to take the word and the message of the Dharavi project out. Because what we're doing really, I mean, it may be CSR, it may be whatever, but at its heart, the intent is so pure that it even shocks us. And then when we see what they're doing, I mean, really we're mind blown today.
रहमान सर, यहाँ पर 11 साल की उम्र से आपने गाना गाना स्टार्ट किया था, तो इन बच्चों को देखकर कोई यादें ताज़ा हुई है आपकी, कोई मेमोरी हमारे साथ शेयर करना चाहेंगे बचपन की?
Yeah, actually I was in an area where it was partly a slum. And for me, I grew up with extraordinary people who were so earthy, and those lessons which I learned in childhood still helps me to make big decisions in life. So I feel these kids have so much of grounding that they have extraordinary possibilities, and that's their strength, I think.
Hello. I would like to ask a question to Mr. Rahman. So you had won an Oscar for Slumdog Millionaire, and now you are here back in Dharavi, associated with a project encouraging the real talent from here. So how are you feeling?
So how?
How does it feel to encourage real talent from here rather than?
This is like a dream come true. I'm so glad that it all came together, because we all have this in mind, but for that to materialize, for logistics and all this stuff, I think and Universal coming and supporting this is a big part, because today I think marketing is so important, and making a great product is fine, but it can get lost. Many beautiful things have got lost in the way, but this is a huge thing, and I think that's a good thing that it's all come together.
And also to Mr. Shekhar, you are making a feature film based on them. So can you tell us a little about it?
Did you say I was making a feature film?
Yeah, that's what
Sorry, what was the question?
I've heard that you are making a film based on them. So can you tell us a little about it?
I am not going to make a film on them. They are going to make a film on themselves. Okay. They have to write the story, because they have better storytelling skills, obviously, because they know their own stories. They have to write the story. They have to direct their own film. We'll, at Qyuki, will help them in any way that they want. We'll advise them. We'll give them any facility they want. But they have to write their own story. They have to make their film, and then we'll help take that film to the world. And I'm really looking forward to that. What can I make a film of them? How can I tell their story of themselves better than they can themselves? Right? So I want them to make a film, and they're all nodding. And that film will take to the rest of the world, because it's not just about the music, it's about their own stories.
Mr. Kapur, talking about films here, we've also heard that your film Pani has been delayed. Is it true, or any particular reasons why is it delayed?
Pani's been delayed for 10 years. What are you talking about?
But now the cast and everything was in place, so there was a news that when it was going to go on floors, it's got delayed, so that's why.
I have no idea about these things. I believe every film has its own individuality. I don't make films. I've never made a film. A film happens. Do you understand what I'm saying? Things happen. We didn't do this. This happened. Films happen. If you ask the director of Gravity, he took 12 years to make that film. He waited till it happened. It's one of those projects that will happen. So, has it been delayed? I don't know. Who delayed it? I have no idea.
Thank you so much.
We'll take one last question.
Hi, I have a question for Mr. Maxwell. How do you feel looking at these kids? What was your initial reaction when you saw their performance?
I thought it was extraordinary because I didn't expect such a diverse and exciting performance and such an age range and such energy and such exuberance. So I was pretty blown away. So it was a very a fantastic surprise.
रहमान सर.
Okay, the last one.
बच्चे यहाँ पर है तो उनके लिए 2 लाइन गुनगुना दे तो.
My voice is gone. Cold. I've come to listen to them. They're giving me a complex now.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Let's
very
wrap
much.
up. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.